Welcome in our breaking news today: how Trump's history with Russia and Ukraine led to Zelensky clash. President Donald Trump, right, meets with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the G20 summit in Hamburg in 2017. The relationship between Donald Trump and the events surrounding Russia and Ukraine culminated in a significant confrontation with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. During a meeting at the White House, tensions escalated as Trump invoked his long-standing connection with Russian President Vladimir Putin. "Putin endured a tremendous amount during my presidency," Trump asserted, raising his voice and using hand gestures to emphasize his point while reflecting on the now-closed federal investigation that implicated both him and Putin. He referred to the inquiry as a phony witch hunt, highlighting his belief that it was a politically motivated attack involving Russia. This reference to the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election illustrates Trump's ongoing resentment towards what he perceives as a hoax, a sentiment that has persisted for over 8 years. Furthermore, it reveals that Trump's perspective on the conflict initiated by Russia against Ukraine is influenced not only by his rapport with Putin but also by his complicated history with Zelensky, who played a pivotal role in the first of 2 impeachment proceedings against Trump during his initial term. An examination of Trump's remarks regarding Russia reveals the underlying concerns about his connections to Putin. Throughout his presidency, questions regarding these ties loomed large, prompting investigations by both the Justice Department and Congress, as well as the appointment of a special counsel who filed criminal charges against several of Trump's associates. During his campaign, Trump expressed skepticism about allegations that Russian hackers had compromised Democratic emails, including those of his 2016 opponent, Hillary Clinton, and had facilitated their public dissemination. Following the conversation between Trump and Zelensky, the White House temporarily suspended U.S. assistance to the beleaguered ally contending with aggressive Russian forces at its border. Ultimately, the funds were released after intervention from Congress. Trump was later impeached by the House but was acquitted by the Senate. The president's skepticism towards Ukraine extended beyond the phone call. During his initial term, he appeared to endorse a thoroughly debunked conspiracy theory that implicated Ukraine, rather than Russia, in the 2016 electoral interference and the hacking of the Democratic National Committee. He consistently criticized the FBI for what he perceived as an inadequate investigation that resulted in the Kremlin being blamed. The president's skepticism towards Ukraine extended beyond the phone call. During his initial term, he appeared to endorse a thoroughly debunked conspiracy theory that implicated Ukraine, rather than Russia, in the 2016 electoral interference and the hacking of the Democratic National Committee. He consistently criticized the FBI for what he perceived as an inadequate investigation that resulted in the Kremlin being blamed. Vice President J.D. Vance engaged in discussions with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky while President Donald Trump listened in the Oval Office. What are the forthcoming developments? The long-term effects of the contentious exchange in the Oval Office, during which Trump labeled Zelensky as disrespectful in an unprecedented public confrontation between world leaders at the White House, remain uncertain. However, the immediate ramifications are evident, as Trump announced a pause in U.S. support for Ukraine on Monday, aiming to compel Zelensky to pursue peace negotiations with Russia. Earlier, the U.S. president criticized the Ukrainian leader once more after Zelensky remarked that a resolution to the conflict is still very, very far away. Please do subscribe to our news channel for more informed news that keep you updated to world events.